What's up, people? Sorry I did not do a video at all this weekend. The American Society of Magical Negroes did not go on at all on the seas, so I just didn't have an opportunity to watch it. So, and couldn't figure out what to talk about, so I just didn't do a video this weekend. So, but I will be doing videos this week. So I'm doing this one today because I don't know if I'm gonna have the opportunity tomorrow to do it. So I figure that's why I decided to watch Police Academy 2 today and just review it today instead of doing it tomorrow. But I'll most likely do 3 next Tuesday. We'll try to continue on Tuesday on, but it was just this week I just had to do it today. But I actually really enjoy it. I enjoy all the characters. Mahoney, Hightower, Tackleberry, Larvell Jones. Like, I just love. Basically, it's their first job. Like, it's kind of like what the title is. It's like their first real assignment. Like, they're actually on. I love the introduction, the scene with the where because the movie kind of starts off that the 16th precinct pretty much is the worst in the city, and that they need some new. That's when they bring in the recruits from the graduates from the last movie, and they basically become official cops, and yeah, like they gradually just kind of get funnier, and I love the gags in this one. Fackler's back. I actually thought his gag was funny, like when these guys try to rob him, and he just happens to take them both out in like the funniest way. Like, and then Officer Kirkland, I mean, get the freeze dirtbag. I mean, no, wrong cop, but you get the freeze dirtbag scene again. I just love these movies. Like, it's like they just kind of continue to be great. So I'm hoping 3 and 4. I've heard 3 and 4 are pretty good. So I'm interested. Not don't freeze dirtbag, don't move dirtbag. Yeah. Anyway, so before we get into that, this week, so like I said, I probably won't do a video tomorrow just because I'm gonna be doing a video. I might be out, so I don't think I'll be able to do a video tomorrow. I'll do Possessions, which I was supposed to do last Wednesday. I'm gonna do that this Wednesday. And then the next movie Wednesday, I know like part of me doesn't want to do this because I have always refused to watch the Crow sequels. But I think just this time around, I'm gonna, because my friend Cowman somehow always gets me to watch these bad fucking movies. But I'm gonna review, not this week, but next week, I'm gonna review The Crow 2 because he told me that pretty much that what I got from The Crow, the shitty reboot trailer, you get a lot of that. Apparently, there's a lot of stuff that's just similar to the Crow remake. Like, it's fucking bad. So I'm gonna review that, but that'll be next week. So Wednesday will be Possession. Thursday, I like I mentioned, I want to review that movie Freaky, and then Friday, I know Ghostbusters is coming out Friday, but I've said this. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't know. I'm too not sure about it, so I may have to wait for that one to go on the seas first before I see it in theaters. So I'll review it that way. So what I might do because I kind of want to check out that Immaculate movie, and I'm not as like it's a IP movie, so I don't have as like a if it, I don't care if I spend money on it, it sucks because it's not tied to an IP, and it's a horror movie. It could be really good, and I do like Sydney Sweeney. I've been liking her lately, so I might go see that. Also, might go see Arthur the King, the Mark Wahlberg movie, just because it's just a nice little feel good movie. I kind of feel like we just need those right now, so I might go see that. But for sure, at least for review purposes, I'm gonna review Immaculate. And I do want to watch The Late Night with the Devil too. So that's one that's gonna be on Shutter. So that one just probably be on the internet. So maybe this weekend I'll probably review that because I do want to see that. So there might be a couple of reviews this weekend. So that whenever Ghostbusters is up, obviously I'm gonna review that for sure. And I'm hoping it's good. I because I'm too not sure about it right now. I don't know if I want to give it money right now. So it's just that. So I figure I just want to be safe. I'm gonna watch it at home first, and then if it's really good, I'll definitely go see it. And but yeah, on to Police Academy 2. So let's get started. I think it was really good. I love Mahone. I love the dynamic of the team in this film. Uh, that's pretty much like what makes it great. Is the dynamic of the team, and then I love Hooks. I think Hooks was great in the last movie because she's all mousy, but she's still fucking badass. And then obviously get the iconic "Don't move, dirtbag." Yeah, great film. Over the top, but I think they still managed it, and it's just a funny. Like I feel like every character's funny. It's not just like oh over the top humor which they drag on. I think they managed to keep the story, and it's a logical progression of the movie. Like I guess you want to call it franchise, like of the franchise. Like they're cadet. They were graduates. Now they're doing an actual. Now they're actually on the job. And I'm not gonna lie though, probably one of my other favorite characters in the movie is Tackleberry. It's probably my favorite fucking thing in the movie, where he fucking because he a lady wanted him to talk to her kid because he's like refusing to go to school 8 o'clock, and he's like, you gotta be in an 0800 hour, and the kid's like, I'll go when I'm ready. He's like, you're ready now, and he shoots like a gas thing in the car, and like forces the kid to run out. It was funny. Like it was that had me dead. Not gonna lie. So I'm very happy that these are movies. They're still just they're fun, and I think that's all I can really say. It's not a lot of analyzing I need to really do with these movies. They're just fun movies. So all right. So the movie starts. The store owner basically gets robbed by this gang, led by Zed, who I actually thought was a fun character. I love how over the top his voice was. You see later. So Chief Henry basically goes to the 16th precinct and pretty much tells them like how they're the worst precinct, and the chief there basically feels like, oh, well, all my guys are old. And then basically need some recruits, and that's when they bring in the recruits from the last movie. Like you have Mahoney who's just driving around at the beach. That was a funny scene. One of his friends comes by. And basically, and then this is where we see, uh, huge Tackleberry scene. I was fucking dying at this part. basically they all get together and that um and basically Tackleberry admits he has a thing um for Kirkland, who there are some missing, like Barbara isn't there. I don't even I'm trying to remember if the movie even addresses Barbara or not. Or Kim Cattrall's not in the movie, which it's they probably couldn't get her. It could be one of those things they couldn't get her to come back. Um, so Mauser, he's kind of like I guess the I don't know if you want to call him antagonist of the movie, but he basically undermines the recruits because he just wants to basically become captain. That's all it is. And then Zed, Attack of Supermarket. They look like a fuck. I'll admit, I love how they just look like ripoffs from the Warriors. They kind of do. They look like ripoffs. It's funny. It's great. Um, and Mahoney pranks Mauser because Mauser basically gives him a job just to fuck with him. And I thought Mauser was a good like antagonist. He wasn't as good as I don't know if I would call him the main guy, the last one antagonist, but like Mahoney's like sticking it to him. That kind of character, I thought it was. I don't think Mauser was good. He was still pretty funny. Um, and so the group humiliate a couple of the cops. And then I love that. Then the gang get captured at the fucking Blue Oyster Bar. I love that gag. I love like I don't mind a reoccurring gag if you just don't spam it because there's some movies, especially like nowadays, where they just have a gag and it's like funny, but then they will spam the fuck out of it and it's just basically not funny anymore. So I just happy here that they don't overdo it. Um, so basically, Tackleberry and Kirkland reveal their love for each other. Um, basically, Mahoney gets because Mauser gets named chief for a second, and basically, kind of like the last movie, the team have to get together to try to take down Zed King. So um, they have Mahoney basically has to go undercover and pose as like as like he's part of the gang, and I thought that part was funny. And also, yeah, the scene with Fackler. Fackler, yeah, I was just making sure I was saying his name right. Fackler, with when he's like trying to stop a guy from stealing like hot wiring a car, and then like there's a guy coming up from he pulls out his baton and he just happens to swing it back, and the guy just gets knocked out. And then I think something else happens, and the hood ends up closing on the guy. It's funny. It's a legit funny one. Like I think they amped it up pretty much. Yeah, there's not some of the characters aren't in the movie, but I think they make it work. I love the dynamic of the team. I think that's Hightower's great. Everybody part of the team just has like their use, and it's just I think and it was like I said, a logical progression. This is their first job. It's probably one on the title of the video. Their first job. That's pretty much what it is. Like they're official now. So, um, they basically have managed to stop the gang. Um, and this is where Hook's around. We get the kind of the similar scene from the last one where she's like, "Don't move, dirtbag." So they even end up saving Mauser. And then Lazard is reinstated as captain. And then basically Kirkland and Tackleberry get married. Movie ends. It's a fun one, man. I think it's a perfect sequel in the comedy sense. Like, yeah, it makes sense what happens with these cops and where they go from here. So Anyway, guys, I love these movies. I'm definitely kind of happy to watch three now. I'm really interested to see where three goes and all that. So it's been fun. Been fun rewatching these movies. Actually, because I've seen this one, I've seen the first three, so it's only going to be four that's going to be going in blind. But I guess it's almost is kind of like going in blind because it was been a while since I've watched these movies, so it's been kind of fun to kind of fall in love with these movies. So, yeah, and that's part of the reason I'm happy I've done this channel is that it gives me opportunity to rewatch movies I've not seen in a long time. You know, so like I said, more than likely no video tomorrow because I'm gonna be out all day, and I just don't think I'm gonna be by the time I get back. I'll just say it like this: I am probably not gonna be in the position to do a video. I'm gonna be very inebriated, like to the point where it's like I just don't think I'm gonna. Who knows? I might. There might be something because I did have an idea for a video yesterday. I just didn't end up doing it. Because I want to talk about, as I've been frustrated with DC on this, why they're so against making a Batman TV show. It's so weird to me. It's like, I don't understand why DC just won't make one, like a Batman prestige series, like if they did it like, Netflix's Daredevil. But anyway, I don't want to go too into that. I'll save that, because I actually might talk about that this week. If I'm depending on what time I get back and if I'm in the mood enough, I actually might do my video tomorrow, depending on what time I get back. But if not, I'll probably won't do a video tomorrow. So if I'm not back tomorrow somehow, I'll definitely be back Wednesday for Possession. Because, man, I didn't see the whole movie, but just Sam Neill's in it. I can't even begin to explain. The movie is just fucking bonkers. That's like the word I could say. As it deals with demons, the performances are very fucking. The whole movie's it's just so fucking insane. So I watched like a condensed version of it. So I want to actually, because sometimes I do that just to get potential, especially for bad movies. It gives me like, whoa, who knows what I can review. So I'll be reviewing that on Wednesday. So if I'm not back tomorrow, which like I said, I more than likely won't be, I'll definitely be back Wednesday. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna call it here. Oh, before I take a hit, I didn't even rate this one. Police Academy 2 is 8.5. I think the first one is better, but I definitely do like this one. I think it's a solid sequel. Great character dynamics with each character. I thought Kirkland and Tackleberry had a pretty good love story within it. It didn't feel cheesy, yeah, Mahoney, who's probably is, I guess you could almost argue, is somewhat the main character. He didn't have a love story this time around, which I'm okay with. Actually, I'm all right with that. So, anyways, guys, I'm gonna call it here. All right. Talk to y'all tomorrow. Peace.